Hi, good morning. So yesterday we have discussed about customer master, right? We have created customer master, right? So today we will see how to create a material master. Also, before creating material master, there are certain prerequisites that we need to do. Anyway, it's not our job. This will be done by a MM consultant in a real-time environment. But I'll just show you an overview of what are the steps that we need to do, or what will be the prerequisites that we need to do before we create a material. So first thing is that we need to create two types. I mean, two elements that we need, which is which are material group and material type. Okay, I have already created material group and material type. I'll explain you. I'll just run you through just an overview. I'll just show you an overview of how to do it. It's just for information purpose. Anyway, you can practice it in your for practice purpose you can do it, but in your real time this will be handled by consultants. Okay, so the first thing is to create a material group. So to create a material group, we'll have to go to SPRO reference IMG. So under reference IMG, you need to go to logistics general. Under logistics general, you need to go to material master. So under this, you can go to not this, you can go to basic settings. So under this, you will have material types. So if you expand the settings for key fields, here you will have material groups. So we need material groups and material types. So the T code for material group is okay. OMS2 is the T code for creating a material type. For creating material group, it is OMSF. The path is this one. SPRO, logistics general, customer master, sorry, material master, settings for key fields, and then define material groups, right? So creation of material group is pretty much very straightforward. Just click on this execute button. Okay, on this here you have to click on new entries. So you will have a screen like this. So here you can give 6 digits alphanumeric code and then description. You can ignore this group and all. This is not required. Just give some 6 digits alphanumeric code or anything. It can be a 4 digits, 5 digits, 6 digits, up to you. And then you can give a description like this. I have already created a material group. Uh, just a second. So I have created a material group like this, PMG01. You click a position. So this is the material group that I have created. So you can create something like this. Okay. So this is how we create a material group. So material group creation is very straightforward. Creation of material type is uh, it's technical actually. So first you have to create a material type and then we assign number ranges to material type. It's like a customer account group. First we define a customer account group and then we assign number ranges to customer account group, right? So based on the customer account group that we select, the customer number will be defined. So similarly, based on the material type that you select while creation of material, based on the material type you select, the material number sequence will be defined based on material type and the number range. So for each material type, we have to assign a number range. So based on that number range, system will define the material number. Okay, so we will use the predefined value. So for creating a material type, you need to click on this uh, execute button. Let me show you the path. So to define a material, the T code is OMS2 and then the path is SPRO logistics general material master basic settings, and then under this you will have material types, and first option you need to select define material define attributes for material types. And in the following screen, you will have another option to define and assign number ranges. So I will show you how to do that. So click on this, define attributes for material types. Here we have different types of material types. Let me explain you those first, and then we'll go to that this part. Uh, yeah, it's here. So in SAP we have 6 or 5 types of material types. So first one is the raw material, which is a basic material. It's raw material, right? Like whenever whichever material you use for manufacturing. For example, if you're manufacturing a chocolate, if let's take an example of dairy milk. So raw materials for creating or manufacturing a dairy milk will be the cocoa powder, the milk extracts, and some chemicals, preservatives, and also added flavor to it. So these are all the raw materials that we need. So we combine this raw material, we process, we these materials will go through certain processes, and then the final product will be the dairy milk chocolate. So for in that case, any material like a laptop, mobile phone, car, or anything, any editable, any edible uh, materials, all these materials will require, all these finished goods that are available in the market, they are coming from a raw material. So raw material is the base goods or base material that we use to process, that we process, and then we make um, finished goods from raw materials. So raw material, the code for raw material is ROH in SAP. This is standard code. You can find it in any SAP system. It comes from the standard SAP predefined values. And then the semi-finished goods are byproducts, sub-materials or byproducts that we use to make one finished goods. Like for a laptop, um, a manufacturer, for example, a Lenovo laptop. This Lenovo laptop manufacturers, they don't make everything from scratch. Some materials they get it from other manufacturers like keyboards, mouse, the external parts, or the LED lights. All this. In case of automobile, car manufacturers, they only manufacture engine and some most important parts. The other uh, external physical parts, they'll do the subcontractor, they will get it from the third party vendors, like the tires and the electronics, the external um, all the external accessories that we need. So all this will be procured from externally, by a third party vendor. So those third party items are externally procured, or you know the sub products or byproducts, they are called semi finished goods. So semi finished goods code is HALB in SAP. So this is the standard value. And for finished goods, this is the finished goods is the final product that we get in the market. Okay, so the code for that finished goods is FERT. And then trading goods are like the clothes, the retail market, in the clothes market, in the retail world, we sell some, sorry, we buy something in wholesale and then we sell it in retail. So such kind of goods are called trading goods. You can buy for a certain price and then you can sell it for a added value. Because such type of goods are called trading goods. Mostly for clothes, apparel, we use trading goods. And then packaging materials are other packaging items that we need. For example, if you're ordering something in Amazon or Flipkart, you get the material with the packaging box, right? The brown color box, or any kind of packaging material that you get. So those kind of packaging materials are also maintained in SAP, and the code is VERP. So these are the types of materials that we have in SAP. So for now, we will create one finished goods. So creating a finished goods, you can follow the exact process whatever I'm following. Just click on position, give FERT. You will have a product, like you will have something like this. This is actually a test server, so it's there's somebody altered this. uh, they have changed it into LEM. Actually you will find it like finished goods standard. Okay, so that this product you can click on, I mean this product you can select, you need to click on this highlight option and then click on this copy as. Okay, don't change anything, just change the 4 digits alphanumeric code and the description, and then save it. Okay, if you click on enter, uh, It will copy all the entries. You will have a pop-up like 52 entries copied, something like that. Don't change anything else. Okay. So after doing that, you have to come back to the same screen, then click on save. If you miss clicking is save, this material will not be copied. Okay, you need to make sure that you are clicking on the save, only then it will be copied. So once that is done, uh, I have created a material type like this. I have copied from the FERT only, whatever I'm showing you, that's what I did. You need to go to, once your material type is created, this is very important step. You need to go to this material type, whatever you have created, highlight that, and then double click on this quantity value updating. Okay, let me come back and then what was it, PF01. So highlight this and then double click on this quantity and value updating. This is very important. If you miss this step, you won't be able to create material. Okay, so here you need to click on position and give the plant name. In my case, the plant name is P600. So see, I have activated both quantity updating and value updating. This step is very important. You need to activate these two and then click on save. If you have multiple plants, we need to follow the same process. We have two plants, but then I have not activated for the second plant. I will show you this later when we activate the second plant and do intercompany transaction. At that time, I'll show you this configuration right from scratch. Okay, so this is a very important step that you cannot miss. So after this, uh, now we have created uh, material group and then material type. Now we have to define number ranges and assign those number ranges to material type. So if you click on this tick mark, or if you click on this execute, here you have two options. Either you can use the existing value, or if you wish to create everything from scratch, then you can create everything from scratch. Creation of number ranges in terms of materials is different, so follow the same process whatever I'm telling you. So click on this execute button. You need to click on this pencil button group. Here you have to search for the group material type, whichever you created. So in our case it is, click Control F. Just a second, I have some issue with the mouse. So this is the material group that I have created. Double click on this. This will take me, I have already done the assignment, so this is coming under some group. Actually, I've used the predefined value. So if you have not assigned any number ranges, your value will come in the last like this. I'll show you. There will be some values which are not assigned. So see, these are not assigned. You see this not assigned. Under this, there are so many material groups. So these are all the material types. Sorry, not material groups. These are material types. So under this not assigned, you see so many material types, right? These are all not assigned material types, meaning they don't have any number range assigned. So when you create a material type for the first time, your material type will appear somewhere over here. So here you need to click on whatever material type your material type is. Click on that and then click on this maintain. One second. Okay, so you will see once you assign your number ranges, you will see a number range something like this. Okay, so once we assign number ranges to material type, then the next thing we need to do is to go to SVRO and then click on SAP reference IMG, go to uh, material management, materials management. Here you have to expand this general settings for, sorry, inventory management and physical inventory. Just a second, I'll activate this. So here under inventory management and physical inventory, you need to click on plant parameters. Click on execute. The T code for this is 159L. Anyway, I will update the tracker. I'll update this. I'll add this config. I missed this. So I'll add this config and then I will send you. So here you need to click on execute and then click on new entries and then give your plant here. Don't add anything, just give your plant and save. Or one more option is there, you can copy from any other standard plant. There will be standard plant. This is a standard plant 1000. You can copy from here and just change the plant number. You have already defined a plant, right? We have defined and assigned a plant, if you remember. So that plant you have to give here and then save. So we are doing this for inventory management. In order to add stock into the plant, we need to do this. We need to create this plant parameters. Okay, this is step number one. Next, commonly, this is the first step. Second step, and then we will have MMRV and MMPV issue. That I will show you once we create a material. Then I will show you if you get any posting periods error, what you have to do. That I will explain you. So now we can create a material. So to create a material, you need to go to MM01. So this is the T code for creating a material. You can select any industry sector. I am selecting retail and then the material type that we have created. So I have created something like PF01. This is the one which I have created and then click on select views. So in this material master, there are different views. So this material master is very crucial. This is not only handled by MM and PP, sorry, MM and SD consultants. Almost all functional consultants will have access to this material master and they'll be using it, like MM consultants, SD consultants, PP consultant, QM consultant, and other warehouse management consultants, EWM consultant. A lot of people will be using this material master. In SAP, material master is very crucial. So in terms of sales and distribution, we will select all those tabs that we need. These tabs are actually cluster of tables. These are called views. A view is a cluster of table. Cluster meaning this is a combination of different tables. So each view will have different fields. It will have different sub tabs under it or sub screens under it. So each sub screen will have again multiple fields. Okay, so there is a document with me. Today we will create a basic material and then I will send you the document. You can go through this document. This document has all those fields. Each and every field that is there in material master will be explained over this document. So I want you to go through this document and then if you have any doubts, you will ask me, I will tell you. Anyway, today I will just show you an overview of how to create a material and then in future we'll be creating more materials for different scenarios. When we create, I'll explain you, on the go, I will explain you all those fields. So material master is very vast. So in one day, I cannot create, we cannot cover all these fields. Okay. So for creating a basic material, we need to select basic data one, basic data two, all the sales, all these three sales tabs we need to select. We need to select MRP1. MRP2 is also required, but at this point, I'm not activating any MRP. I will create another material with MRP run, then I'll show you what fields it will have. Next, we have to select this general data and then accounting data. Accounting 2 is also required, but then now I am not selecting anything. I will just create a basic material today. Okay, so click on this tick mark. Here you need to give all your organization enterprise structure details. So our plant storage location is P601, and then sales org is this one, and then distribution channel which is P7. Distribution channel is P7. Okay, so I'm creating a material something like this. Okay, so base unit is the raw material unit that we um, the unit that we use for raw material extraction. So that base unit. We have two types of unit of measures. Unit of measure is the unit that you use to keep your stock or maintain your inventory. So, for example, if it is a dairy farm or it's a dairy milk dairy, then we procure raw milk or unprocessed milk from farmers in terms of tons. Okay, metric tons we will be procuring, and then once we process that uh, milk, this will go at different stages like pasteurization, boiling of milk, adding extra fat, tone. You know, right? There will be there are different variations in milks. Low fat milk, toned milk, extra fat, high fat milk. So according to the customer's requirement, according to the product, they will adjust the fat levels, and also they will add preservatives. This will go certain processes, and then this uh, tons will be converted into milliliters. See, the finished goods what we get in the market is not sold in tons, right? We buy milk in some milliliters or liters and milliliters. Um, right? We don't buy milk in kgs also. We only buy it in liters and milliliters. So that is the sales unit. Okay, that is the selling unit. But they don't procure milk in liters or milliliters. They procure milk in tons. So that is the base unit or the raw material unit, procuring unit. So that is the meaning of base unit and uh, sales unit. So unit of measure is nothing but a unit that we maintain for keeping stock in the inventory. I have created a material group, right? So that material group I am giving here. This is the division that we have created. So this is my division. And then I'll explain you about product allocation and product hierarchy, all this later. So gross weight is the total weight of the material, including packaging. Net weight is the weight of the material without packaging. Okay, so in future classes, we'll also talk about this EAN and UPC number. This is only used for retail, and then packaging materials. So if you have to include packaging materials, there are certain configurations that we need to do. So that I'll show you in future classes. So when we go to basic data, we have all these details. Here you can maintain required details. This configuration is very important. There is something called variant configuration. I'll explain you this in future classes. So when we do the variant configuration settings, then I'll show you how to activate this. And then the next tab is the sales org tab. Here we will maintain all the sales information. So as I told you earlier, so we have maintained each as a base unit. So we are maintaining piece as a sales unit. Okay, here you have to maintain the delivering plant. In our case, the delivering plant is P600. This cash discount I will explain you later. When we talk about pricing, I will explain you about these conditions. For now, I am disabling this cash discount, and also tax. You can maintain tax. For now, I am not maintaining any tax. This material is now untaxable. So let's create a material like this. Next, we will create a material with tax, with discounts and all these complications. Okay, for now, I'm just running this through. Next, we have to go to sales. Yeah, conversion, unit conversion also you have to maintain here. And then sales org two. In this, important parts are this pricing material group. This is used for reporting purpose. I'm selecting standard part. And then account assignment group. This is the integration part between FI and SD, also MM and SD. So here you need to select finished goods. I'll explain you what is this account assignment group later. Also general item category group. We will be talking about this in future classes, right? And then you need to go to this general plant. In this, most of the details are there. Availability check is also very important concept in term for SD consultants. I'll explain you what is this later. For now, I am not assigning any availability check for this material. So in availability check, we have two types: daily requirement and individual requirement. I'll explain you what are these later. So today, for now, we'll just disable this. And then if you want to maintain materials in batches, then you have to enable this batch management. So we'll create a material with batch management, and we'll see how it is. Then this is the transportation group. This will be maintained by consultants, but mostly in most scenarios, we'll be maintaining this transport group. So I'll show you how to maintain this transport group later. uh, for now I'm selecting the predefined value, and then I'm selecting loading group. This comes under logistics execution. I'll show you how to create these values later. And profit center, this is also important. We need to give the profit center, but we have not maintained any profit center, cost center as of now. I'll create one, and I'll show you how there's a separate configuration for this. I'll show you in future classes how to maintain cost center and profit center and assign that to plant and the company. Next, MRP one. In this MRP one, we are not maintaining anything now. Okay, MRP type. I'm putting. I will select no planning as MRP type for now. Later, I'll show you what to do. What values we have to maintain certain values for MRP. MRP stands for material requirement planning. I'll explain you that MRP concept first, and then we'll create a material with MRP later. Okay, valuation class. This is also very important at the time of material creation. By default, there will be a valuation class called 7920. For some reason, it's not there in this system. I'll see why it's not there. We will select this value. This is not a predefined value. Somebody has changed this value. Actually, in your standard system, you should have something called 7920 standard. It's the valuation class for finished goods. Anyway, we can change this later. And then there are two concepts called moving average price and standard price in SAP. These are called strategy moving inventory strategies, or pricing control strategies. So mostly we use standard price. We use this moving average price for materials like milk and all those edible materials, fast moving products. We use this moving average price. There is a formula for this moving average price, how the system calculates price. So this I will run you through later. I'll show you how this moving average price works later. I have a document for that. So today we will select, excuse me, we'll select the standard price, and then standard price I'll give as 100. In accounting too, we'll have all this taxation and all. As of now, we are not maintaining any taxation. So let's create this. So click on save, and you will be able to save this. See, I've created a material called 482. 471 and 482. These are the two materials that we have created. I have created this material earlier, and this is the material that we have just created. Okay, so to see the material which is created, you can go to this T code MMBE to check the stock and material availability. We go to this material. Sorry, we go to this T code. As of now, there is no stock for this material, so everything is empty. So tomorrow I will add stock and I'll show you. So before adding the stock, there are certain prerequisites that we need to do. We need to create GL accounts. Also, there are certain configurations that we need to do, the posting periods and all. All that I will show you tomorrow. Okay, and then I'll show you how to create a material. Sorry, how to do the goods receipt, and then how do we maintain, I mean, how do we do the stock overview, all this we will see tomorrow. Okay, material master is done. Okay, tomorrow I'll show you the goods receipt and stock material or material stock overview. Right, I will send you, this is a material master fields document today. So before attending class, just go through the document.